You're watching this week's show with Dan and Mike.
This week's show.
Buongiorno, hello.
We are back with our podcast for another week.
Yes, indeed. We're going to check in just to see how you're doing. How are you doing?
I'm actually not doing too badly. I've got a very light work week.
So have I, funny enough. It's all changed, that's the thing. It's the end of tax year and yeah.
Mine is because all of my students are going into exam season.
Of course, it's exam season, isn't it?
So that reminds me, good luck to anybody that's watching this that has like GCSEs, A-levels or higher degree level stuff. I spend a lot of time teaching that age, and genuinely you guys are under so much pressure. So much pressure.
And then they get out the car and go and squat for exams.
But don't let any adult ever tell you that that's not real pressure. That pressure, I see it every day, is insane. It could
be the worst pressure of your life.
So instead of like an old man telling you just to crack on and not worry about it, this old man's saying the pressure is real. Make sure you take some time for yourself and try and be kind to yourself if you can.
Take some time. Don't take some time to study and then spend 23 hours gaming or doom scrolling and thinking it's all crap. But balance. You have to have a life balance.
And if you can't be kind to yourself, spend time around people that you can be kind to, who are kind to you back, and it kind of does the same thing.
Being kind to people really does lift you.
Oh, I love it. I genuinely like just asking somebody if they need a bit of help, even if they don't. You both had a positive interaction that you get to carry on with. So yeah, make sure that if you're under that pressure, also all my adults out there, life sucks. You have my sympathies anyway. So make sure you're also taking time for yourself and you're also being kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So all those people doing the exams, it's like, doesn't matter really, because life sucks if you pass or not. You know what I mean? Now you make of it what you will.
Exactly. And do stuff that does make you happy, keeps you busy. Partly why we started this podcast is we wanted to keep ourselves busy and therefore a bit happier, and so we sit here and chat once a week and I get to see you for another evening of the week.
I'm so sorry about that. I would rather be out amongst trees.
True.
Nature, that's another good way of...
Yes, and also for those that aren't lucky enough like us to live near a lot of nature, that's a good holiday. Just visit somewhere nearby. It doesn't have to be expensive. We're really on this one this week, aren't we?
Or find someone who's got a pet that a dog. Let's say,
take them for a walk.
Can I take your dog for a walk, or your cat, or your pet iguana for a walk once a week?
I mean, it's a bit more difficult to take a pet hamster for a walk, but put them in a ball, it's doable.
No, you can take the hamster for a walk. You just can't walk with them. You might be able to. Send us. We want footage of you walking your hamsters or gerbils.
Please, yes, that would actually genuinely make me smile.
But before you do any of that, hit the like, subscribe and notification bell, and then leave a comment going, you can't walk a hamster. Yeah, you can. Dan had the tube in the ball.
I did have the little hamster, and it did follow me around in the ball, but it also used to love to smash its brains out going really fast into things. Like, it had no chill.
No one said hamsters were unchill.
No, it genuinely tiny but ferocious energy. Both of my hamsters.
They wish they were guinea pigs.
Or given how much my cat loves the outside, they just wish they were cats.
There is that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Festival season.
That's coming up. That's something to smile about.
Particularly so we talk a lot about announcements. We do bands and stuff like that. But I've got to, and it's very rare when you're nearly 15 years for me, 18 years for you, with some extra change on top of that as well, into what we're doing.
Money!
I hardly ever get to see a band that I've never seen before. And at Slam Dunk Festival this year, I get to see 2 bands I've never seen before. And one band I've seen before actually get to headline as well. So the Data Remember is the band I've seen before but never seen headline.
We've seen them.
At Download Festival. Yeah. Loved it, but it was a shorter set. I really want to see how they create a Data Remember set on the headline.
Okay, well I'm going to be at the other Slam Dunk Festival stage, watching Electric Callboy.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a hard choice between the two because I genuinely love both of those bands.
Just imagine the content we can get if we split it up.
But the 2 bands that I've never actually seen, they've probably been on Billings, but fresh
Working.
duty. Yeah, is the Used. Never actually seen them live.
Yeah.
Really hope I get Taste of Ink. Guys, if you're watching it, play Taste of Ink.
Nibbles.
And
Nibbles.
one which I know that our manager is equally excited for is Icy Stars. Literally have never seen them live.
Slam Dunk Festival, bullying it all out.
Mate, that is the last of Sumerian Records band that I wanted to see since I got into Ascot.
Oh, I thought for a moment then, it's like,
Not the end of
what's
Sumerian.
happened to Sumerians?
No, they're still fine.
Ancient Sumerians, maybe, but
Yeah, no. On the Sumerian lineup, I managed to not just see but interview Sleeping Sirens, and everything that Sumerian Records had at the time. I've managed to tick the box apart from Icy Stars, and I genuinely love Icy Stars. I don't
Fingers
care.
crossed.
I'm nearly 40 and I love Icy Stars because they sound great. They're also getting a lot older, which makes me feel a lot better.
you're in the same age bracket.
I think they're slightly younger than me, but yeah, they're starting to mature up their sound with me. So I thank you for that, guys.
Okay.
But that's my little slam dunk thing. I'm genuinely happy, even though I have done slam dunk by myself, which
Oh, you did, didn't you?
I did, and managed to even blag. And now this is even more important. A Sum 41 interview. Ticked that box just before you couldn't tick it anymore.
It wasn't even on the cards, was it?
No.
When you text me, I was just like,
Arranged on the day.
you could see the smoke coming from my nose. A few hundred miles away, I was just like,
I mean, talking about being able to see things in the sky, Slam Dunk is also where we were watching Good Charlotte.
yes!
I'll cut in.
That was the first year that outdoors at Hatfield, wasn't
I
it?
believe so.
Yeah.
I'll cut in some footage for you guys to watch.
Epic.
There was a lightning storm going on in the cloud above Good Charlotte for the whole time.
Yeah, no thunder. And if
No.
you were at the front of the stage, like watching Good Charlotte at
Yeah.
Slam Dunk Festival, you would not have seen it.
No, that was the thing. It was only if you were far enough back.
We were being the old codgers with their arms crossed like this, going like,
There's lightning.
oh my god.
Anyway,
Oh look,
Future
there's a
Dan.
band on.
Future Dan, a few seconds of that.
All of our, all the people that support us, all our friends. And I have to say especially thank you to some bands that are here tonight.
Thank you. And the other thing about that lightning storm is, from that perspective, we did double check, like Google Maps and everything like that, helping, realising that with the direction that we had to leave Hatfield, we're just going to drive straight into it.
But it kind of dissipated by the time we
Yeah,
left the
it's a bit
site.
disappointing. We're hoping for maybe something like Twisters, the movie that we went to go and see,
Yeah.
like something a little bit lively. But that has only happened once, and it wasn't with you, I'm afraid. That was on the way back from the Trivium and Killswitch that I was talking about, where I led in the interview.
Oh yeah.
On the way back from that
our
one.
last podcast with that, I
Yeah.
dive into Killswitch.
I forgot to mention on that, because it didn't seem relevant, is I drove through the hurricane that gutted the south coast of the UK, the one that ripped local to us, Dawlish apart.
No,
Yeah.
no, you didn't. Because that was when me and you came back from the Kerrang tour watching Limp Bizkit in Bristol. I
You
remember
sure?
it very, very clearly.
In that case, we've done a couple of different.
You came back and it was like a thick fog, wasn't it?
I think so, but I know that there was another one which I literally drove through the aisle, because I had the car buffeting me around, and then I drove into perfect clear.
The Dawlish one, which is well famous with,
If you're local to us,
if you're
sorry.
in the UK, basically the sea just crashed underneath the railway line, and there were just these two bits of
Metal.
metal just swaying in the
I
breeze.
wonder if I can find some footage of that.
Sure you will.
Future Dan, you're either going to succeed at this or hate me.
Artist impression.
Yeah, it's just me having done the worst drawing in the world. That's
Picture of
that-
Thomas the Tank Engine going like, there's no more train tracks.
So yeah, we've done random storms at festivals. Me and you have done some pretty epic download festivals in the weather as well.
We have.
I mean, last year was not the worst download that we've ever been to.
It's kind of, it was wet underfoot
Yeah.
until the last day where it kind of solidified a bit and dissipated so people could sit down. But we have had some, like, I remember me and well, it wouldn't have been you couldn't stand Deftones, but me and a good friend of ours that we used to do press with, called Crazy Doug, went out and watched Deftones.
I refused to leave my tent.
And it was it was crazy rain.
You came back and no part of you was still dry. Like it got all of the underclothes.
Oh yeah, but not only that, I came back red faced because it was like smashing into us so hard. But Chino Marina, that the first maybe 5 tunes of that set.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Me and Doug were just in our element.
I mean, if a band's gonna play in that weather for people, anybody that actually sticks around to do that, like we've done Slipknot multiple times in the rain.
Yeah.
We've done Bullet a few times in the rain, and it's one of those things. Is looking around that you've got no fair weather fans. It's the people that really are dedicated.
Yeah, it's for the fans when you're in the rain. I remember seeing Slipknot Sonosphere for the Paul Gray Memorial, and it just added to the somber but sort of like electricity of the entire thing.
Yeah.
And then when they brought out Paul's jumpsuit, and it was just like, oh, you're there just drenched, and it was just, that was Sonosphere Festival years ago. Rest in peace. And Paul Gray, rest in peace.
Yeah, we
and
did.
Joey Jordison, rest in peace.
There's a lot of things that have been lost over the years. People, festivals.
The Download Festival this year, they've just announced, I know before we've run through the lineups of all the actual bands that are playing on inside the arena, but they've stepped their game up for District X this year.
I'm quite excited because we've seen this build over the last few years at Download Festival.
And last year there was this whole online campaign afterwards, which is like, why not Venga Boys?
Why not Venga Boys?
And what dropped on the socials a week or so ago? The Venga bus is coming to Download. Oh my god, did I squeak?
I mean, the thing is District X is your arena that's not in an arena for...
It's just your party town. It's where they've got guest DJs, they've got comedy, they've got sort of... During the daytime, they've got like rock aerobics, like podcast recordings. There's all sorts of stuff. I'll pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, pull the phone out a second.
Because I can't remember everything. Here we go. I won't run it all off, but obviously the Venga Boys, the Venga Boys and John Mahon will be playing District X at Download Festival.
You have not seen a heavy music DJ set like John Mahone's. If you've not seen it before, go and watch it.
Justin Hawkins is recording this podcast.
What's the name of that one?
Excuse me a second.
Rides Again or something like that, Justin?
Yes, Rides Again.
Yeah.
Phil Goat now with my old man hat and my spectacles on my nose.
I love it though. The flesh plug makes it alternative.
Yeah. There is also Dougie Pointers doing a DJ set from McFly. I'm guessing that's going to be after their headline set.
Or possibly they could be doing the one day having fun, one day playing.
They could do.
It's Download. A lot of fans are band members that just turn up early.
This is one that you might want to watch because it goes on quite late till like stupid o'clock in the morning. Danny Filth is doing a DJ set.
Ooh, that is interesting because I've not ever heard anybody tell me what a Danny Filth set DJ set is like.
High pitch.
It's just seagulls.
Fuel for a Friend are doing a DJ set. Mo Step, who's back big this week.
Well, he's part of Fred Again.
Yes.
And me and the manager watched Fred Again at
Reading Festival.
Yes, Reading last year.
So that's quite cool. If I expand the page out, I can say some of the other things that's going on. Like they've got a whole bunch of secret acoustic sets.
Amazing.
And like last year, Wheatus were one of them, weren't even playing in the arena. They just turned up to do acoustic there, and that's where they hooked up with Old Black Era and formed that beautiful friendship, and then the song came out.
I mean, you never know, Sleep Token could be a secret acoustic set. I've heard wilder things.
Well, it could just be the main stage Saturday night set. There's drag karaoke, emo drag karaoke.
Oh, there's so many things about that. That's amazing.
It looks like there's our friend Smiley Dave might be back again doing his.
Hey, Smiley Dave.
Hey, Smiley Dave.
Another YouTuber that we'll drop the links to in the comments. Smiley Dave is such a dude. I actually went and watched him live.
Yeah, Panic at the Bingo's the thing he does.
Yeah.
It also looks like they, on Wednesdays We Wear Black are doing a thing, which is an awesome podcast.
Love that.
They're at that podcast won a Heavy Music Award
Oh,
a few years ago. I think that was just before the Panny D.
The old Panny D.
Uproar DJing, who's they've been at Slam Dunk Festival as well, haven't they? We remember in Wolverhampton at Slam Dunk where we were upstairs. It's where you did set it off, and we were looking down out the window, down on top of them doing DJ sets, and it was just like, dude, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. How have you got that much energy? And they're like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then the after show party is just like
the whole day.
There's plenty more going on in District X. There's the Raveyard. There's it's just it's a festival within itself basically. If there's one night or you want to carry the party on, say after Green Day, then go to District X. It's also where all the food stalls are, and there are some amazing food stalls.
Yes,
street foods and.
Don't limit yourself there. We've had some of the best food has actually come out of a festival for the two of us over the years.
Yeah.
Because you often get represented as a vegetarian by compared to when we started.
Chips.
Yeah. Well, that was what we had when we started, was chips for you.
Bring your own noodles.
And now you have a lot more choice.
Oh, the variants. If you're veggie, vegan, and for you being you. You can't eat anything but dust. They have special dust for you.
Well, what's great is I used to be on a lactose and gluten-free diet, and places like even download a special shout out to Bloodstock. They've always had some great food vendors that do lactose and gluten-free. But what's great about all of these places is now you can find this information on Download's website. They will give you the app, and they will give you stores that you can go to find vegan products. That's quite easy because it's normally massive on the site.
Yeah.
But there'll also be ones that tell you where you can find the gluten-free chips, you can find the lactose-free milkshakes and coffees and things like that. The detail that goes into this stuff now for people that have dietary needs is insane.
If it's the same layout as last year, then the entrance to District X, which used to be called the Village for us old timers, is the Download store where you can get exclusive merch and
hot sauce,
which
didn't they have skateboard decks there?
They had skateboard decks, you name it, they pretty much got it there. And then opposite to that was the camp store, which if it's bad weather can be really useful if you need extra tent pegs, a mallet. If your sleeping bag gets wet, you can go and buy a sleeping bag. And it's also, I think, Co-op might be there this year.
I'm not sure.
Probably, but there's definitely a big store there where you can pre-order your alcohol, and you just go and show your phone and collect it, and you can have a pallet. That's work weakening. You can have a crate of, I don't know, was it 24 in a can? I don't drink, so I don't know.
But you can get everything there. And on another note as well,
and Cocoa Pops.
As veterans of Download, and just seeing the way that things go down, if you're having a bad time when you get to Download on whatever you've taken, whether it's alcohol or something else, Sunshine is one of them. But if you're embarrassed, don't be going to medical. If you don't feel well, Download's medical team and every other festival, this goes for Slam Dunk, Bloodstock, 2000 Trees, Reading, the medical team will never judge you and never make you feel embarrassed for turning up if your high goes wrong, basically. Just know that there's always help there, and they're dotted throughout the entire festival.
Yeah, in the arena, in District X, in the campsites and stuff. And there are also mental health professionals there who have quiet areas just in a tent or a marquee, just away where you can just sit and chill if you become, it's too overbearing. Because something like Download, when you've got 90 to 100,000 people there, and they're all there for the same thing, all in good spirits, and all of a sudden it's mid-afternoon, it's been blazing with sunshine, you've got a bit of heat stroke, and then all of a sudden you get an afternoon shower and all of a sudden your sunburn starts to sing and your mood just snaps like that, and you know your mates are there to look after you as well. But you know, we're metalers. Even if you can't find your mates, just go up to a stranger and go, can you just point me in the right direction? I'm not feeling right. And us metalers, we'll lift you up. It's the same rules as in the pit. If you see someone that's down, you lift them up.
Or make sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
There's a few times I've come across the happy version of somebody looking like they're having a bad time, and the amount of times that we've asked somebody if they're okay and they're just on the ground going, yeah dude, it's fine, like just taking a hot five.
Or there's the old guys like us at the back going, it's like, man, this is the best gig of my life.
Yeah, like, look grumpy as hell, but it's the best gig.
Yeah.
So just make sure that, like I said, it goes for any festival. These days, particularly from when I started, and the same goes for you, is we've just watched festivals get better and better and better at making space for, like I said, non-embarrassing service over if your high goes wrong, space for mental health, food for everybody, and also if you do find that there's any behaviour that you don't like as well, the security is fantastic at all of these festivals. Go to a high-vis that has the name of the festival on it. Is normally a good bet because there are people that wear high-vis that aren't security.
Well, there's also what we call Boys in Blue.
Yes.
Which,
they wander around too.
What I vaguely remember over the last couple of downloads, for instance, I think even Slamdunk, the police obviously have a huge presence because it's a lot of people, but they seem to pair up male and female officers unless there's, you know, something going on, and then everyone gets out of the way. But they balance it up so that if you're a female and you're not feeling safe, because we want to make gigs safe for women, then a police officer of either sex is there, and you can turn to one or the other if you're not feeling it, or you need help from someone of your own gender to do that.
Yeah, because sometimes that disconnect of telling somebody that isn't going to have the lived experience, I guess, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
it can make it easier to tell somebody what's happening if, and you're right, they and it's a genuine thing, is they try and make officers go around in pairs like that. So they can't necessarily cater for everybody in the sense of, like, we're on the Rock Show, we're here for everyone. It doesn't matter what your gender is, you're welcome. It doesn't matter what your sexuality is, you're welcome. To just be part of the world that we love being part of.
As long as you're a metaler or into rock. And
that's pretty much the only qualifier for us.
But then saying that, we've been to mixed festivals where, like Reading and Boomtown, where you've got ravers, you've got rockers, you've got indie kids, and
Boomtown sets the bar for looking after somebody that you don't know, because we couldn't even get to the person that we thought wasn't having a great time before 20 people got there first. Boomtown is one of the most love-filled places that I've been.
Well, no one will ever post really a positive message about how they were helped at a festival, but if something goes wrong and they were dissed, then that spreads like wildfire. So festivals are now taking it on themselves to be, we have to look after the people that are coming here to see the bands and stuff, or just experience the whole ethos of the festival. So the more they can do to make that easier for the patrons attending, the better.
100%. I think we've done quite a good look. Like, I'm hyped. I'm ready for festival season.
And that's only 2 festivals. Wait till
we do the midpoint one, yeah.
Yeah, we got another podcast where we talk about the ones that aren't in May and June.
And we've got some stories from the ones that we've been to in other places as well. Some that will make it on the podcast, some that will probably hit the light today.
Wait till the Bloodstock one where we talk about Dan at Trivium. Or Mike at Mastodon.
Or the whole weekend that ended with the Arch Enemy interview.
You can blur that out.
So on that note, make sure that you tune into Mike James Rock Show on all your favourite streaming platforms. There is an early bird first listen world premiere on Rock Rage Radio Sundays, 10 PM in the UK, 5 PM Eastern. Everybody else in the world, you're going to have to work out your own timings. And then it's on all the streaming platforms every Monday from that point onwards, as is this podcast is on YouTube or Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you're on any of these, whatever the relevant like button and follow button is that's the first stage, and then also chuck us a comment. Tell me if I'm wrong about anything, because that is always worth doing, because I do get a lot of things wrong. I actually had to put it into the last podcast that I completely misremembered something. So yeah, feel free to call me out, because I'm quite used to it on YouTube.
And keep an eye on our socials as well, because it's coming up soon to Album Club.
Not only that, but we're also getting a lot more behind the scenes stuff up on just sort of Instagram, TikTok and Facebook. So there's stuff on our social media now that you won't actually find anywhere else.
Exclusive on the Mike James Rock Show networks.
Everything's an exclusive from us. We're the only ones doing this.
Cool.
Done? Toodles. Sweet. Like that, I think that was... Well, thank you for watching our little Slam Dunk Festival and Download Festival themed show. As you can tell, we are big fans of those. And for the eagle-eyed viewer, you can see what the art skills of the Mike James Rock Show is like. Awkward. Anyway, we've got more coming. We're actually ramping things up for festival season now, and we're going to do what we did last year, make sure that we do a blog of each festival and show you guys that didn't get to go why they're so good and why you should go to next year. Don't forget to check out Mike James Rock Show, the full radio show. The links are below, and look after yourselves until we see you next.